Wake up, India, and lend me your ear. Food rots and rats are fed as my family is led to rest on their deathbeds. Mud and wild berries is what they ate in their last days as we got down to debate once again on how we can relate to their unfortunate state. It's their fate as we thank God for our full plates of buttered chicken in mommy's tiffin as the children got tucked into their coffins. Some said, it's too late, let's just wait. It's about the survival of the fittest, so let nature test and put the poorest to rest. Besides, we're the best. We've discovered bangles and pajamas and puppetry and zero and a house full of heroes, puppets who can't stop their real life drama. Look at our teams hitting sixes on our screens. We scream with joy and wail with dismay. How could we lose such a close game? We talk about the heat, the stuffy cinema seats, the traffic and lines at malls and McD's, fake smiles to the rich and a quick shove to the in-betweens. Who are the poorest of the poor? The meek who seek the surplus that's rotting, or those who go on looting from door to door, fattened to arrive at their end with full marks and a high score? Overfed and entertained, they lose their soul, having gained everything they wished for, living out their virtual worlds, talking of nothing but their stress and their dress, and how he impresses her and she undresses him, and he caresses her and how she regrets the decision to move in with him. Why? Because he's not a pure vegetarian. So she decides to abort the person within her womb and exerts her right to save the chicken and put her baby in a tomb. Meanwhile, those who are alive are still waiting for their midday meals. As they shrivel up and cry in their huts, we go nuts, making deals upon deals, change our profile on fake books, showcase our wits as twits, while over half the nation lives off the bits from our table. We are capable of much more than navel-gazing, erasing the facts that are staring right out of the hollow eyes and bloated stomachs. The system is stuck with tight-fisted schmucks who let truckloads of food grain turn into muck and go down the drain. But it's time to lift up our voices for the voiceless. It's time to not refrain. Why do we have if it isn't for the have-nots? Strike the iron while it's still hot. Don't say, I forgot, they're not my lot. My friend, it's time to give all that you've got, to be enraged at this outrage in a nation that has no regard for minimum wages, leaves almost everything half done in pathetic stages. How can our people stay encaged and we remain engaged to sequels of IPL? I appeal to you all to see this as a real tragedy of our generation that is forfeiting the privilege of feeding those needing the most in a nation that is leaping forward in profit and profile, and yet is sleeping and in denial about the lax who lack access to the basics. If you don't believe me, just look up the statistics. It makes me sick to think that quarter of the world's hungry are squatting around here in a mess of red tape set up by primitive apes who can send rockets to outer space but can be so late in getting food on our neighbors' plates. Wake up, India. Wake up. We are the poorest of the poor if we choose to ignore those at our door. One day we will give an account for our greed and our apathy that hid the plenty from those who need more than our sympathy. Wake up, India. Wake up.